So in this video I'm going to show you how I use DaVinci video editing software to create a cool music video for your songs that you create in Ableton. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go onto the DaVinci website, which can be found at www.blackmagicdesign.com. So this is free video editing software that you can find online and download. So if you scroll down having found the website and then click on free download now, that will then download DaVinci Resolve 19 to your computer. And I use the free software, been using it for a while. It's absolutely fantastic and I have no issues with it, and it's perfect for what I'm trying to do with a YouTube channel when I finish a song and I want to create a video for it. So you've downloaded DaVinci Resolve 19 to your PC. You're then going to have a window that looks like this on your PC, and you'll see that this is an interface with a number of different screens on it. If you scroll along the bottom, you'll see that there are different screens. And they all have different functions. The ones I tend to use are the cut screen here, which is what I have open initially. And then I also use the edit screen here, which is where I actually play around with the arrangement of the video and the music underneath it. And then the final bit I use is the deliver screen at the end here, which is very similar to the render function in Ableton, in that this is where it will actually produce the video for you in a format that you're going to need it in order to do what you're going to do with your video. So first thing I do is I go in, and obviously at this point I've created a Ableton WAV or WAV file of the song. It's a finished song, it's all fully produced. So you can see I've got that here. This is a track I've been working on for a while, and that comes through as a WAV file or WAV file. And then the second thing you're going to want is to have found a music video. Now you could have the skills to create that in Blender, or you might want to do what I do, which is go online to one of the free video download websites such as Pexels or something like that, search through the multitude of free, royalty-free videos that you can download for free onto your PC and actually then use in DaVinci to create the visuals. So as I say, I tend to use Pexels. And as you can see, you've got a number of free videos here that you can go on and click on, preview, audition, and then download if you like the look of them. So it's really a case of just clicking on them, seeing what it looks like, allowing it to play, and then if you like it, you can do the free download. That will then go into your download section on your computer, and then you can click and drag that across into DaVinci. And that's literally what I do. From the download section, I click and drag those across into this window here in the cut screen on DaVinci. So the next thing you're going to want to do is get them into the DaVinci software and actually in the layout that you want them to be in order to create the video. So for that you go onto the edit screen here. Now you can see this is starting to look more like the kind of typical video editing software, or your impression of what that might look like. You'll see there's a bit of a time signature arrangement down here, which is similar to Ableton. You'll see there's a mixer section up here. You'll see that you've got a window down here where you can apply effects and text and all that side of things. And if you click on sections of this, it will then bring up another window up here, which is where you can start to add text in, type text in, and then play around with that in terms of the format, etc. So I'm going to drop these into the time sequence down here. So first of all, I'm going to drop the music in, which goes down here. And then secondly, I'm going to drop the visuals in, which go in like that. So you'll notice immediately, obviously the track is about 4 or 5 minutes long, and that finishes off here. The visuals that I had, the video that I found on Pexels is actually only about 2 minutes long. So I'm going to want to duplicate that because I found a video that was on a loop, so it's like a cycling round video. So they're really useful for situations like this where the track that you've created is actually longer than the visuals. So if you get something that loops around, then you can just copy that, which I'm going to do now. And then you can go to the end of the song here, and then you can paste it in, and you'll see there that that's duplicated the visuals, and yeah, it's kind of allowed visuals then to be right across the entire length of the song, which is in green here. But obviously it's a bit too long. So I'm going to just want to click on that and then drag that back so it's flush and level with the end of the audio. So you can hear as I'm dragging this cursor, a kind of cursory thing along. It's actually picking up the audio. So I'm just going to give you a blast of the song so you can hear what it sounds like and hear what it looks like with the videos. So it's all sounding great, it's looking great. Cool video that I found on Pexels that kind of complements the track, which is quite heavy and techno-y and a bit rocky. Really kicks in later on. It still needs a bit of work, so I've really just dropped in a demo of it at this point, but I wanted to show you how I'm thinking about creating the video, and hopefully I should have that finished at the end of the week and posted, and then you'll be able to see the kind of the finished article. I'm just going to scroll across to the end of the song and just check when the actual audio finishes and just see if it does actually finish at this point here or whether we've got a bit of silence towards the end of the track. So there was some silence there at the end, and I think if we stop it about there, that just gives time for the track to fade out. And then I'm going to drag back the audio, and then I'm going to drag back the visual, so it should all nicely end there. Cool. Okay, so you could go ahead now and actually commit this and deliver this and get this produced into a video for you. But I also like to put a bit of text on these songs so that you can actually see the song title on there. So in order to do that, you go into the toolbox section up here and then click on titles, and you'll see that you get a number of different text options here. So I click on text plus because that does seem to give you more options in terms of how you create your text. And then I drag that in, and it should then pop in slightly above the video section, which is up here, just above it. So that's not actually interfering with the video. If I was to do that and drag it down, you'll see that it actually cuts into the video, which we don't want. So we just sit it on top of that. And what that is showing us is a window in the song where you're actually going to get the text. So if I drag the cursor back, you'll see now that DaVinci is recognizing that I want to put some text in there, and so has actually now created another window, another interface section up here where you can actually write the text in and mess around with that in terms of the format and the layout and the color and all of those kinds of things. But before I go in and actually start changing that, I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to zoom in using these icons here, and I'm just going to extend it a little bit. So I want the song title. So there is a choice here. I mean, on some of the videos that I create, I actually have the song title throughout all of the song. If I was going to do that, then I would literally just drag it all the way to the end like that, and you could have the song title running through. But I think the video is really cool and perhaps just needs room to breathe and stand on its own merit, and also the title is slap bang across the eyes on the skull, so it's just going to kind of get in the way of the image, if you like, and the power of the image. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have it for the first section of the song. I'm literally just going to have it at the start. So if you click on that and then go into this window up here, you can actually go in and type the text in over the title that it's got there, and you can actually put in the words that you want. So I'm just going to type in the song title, which has come out like that, and it's rather large in the screen, but you can see it starting to take shape. I'm going to go in and change the font, which you can down here. There's loads of cool fonts down here in DaVinci. I really like Orbitron. It's in bold at the moment. I could just have it in regular text, or I could keep it as bold. I could change the color. So if I do that, click on this, it comes out. You've got all these different color options, so I could have it in red, and if that would work. Yeah, so it comes out in red, but I do like the white, so I'm going to stick with the white. You can increase or decrease the size of it. Again, I think it's dominating a little bit, so I'm going to have it a bit smaller. You can also change what's known as the tracking on this, but actually it's the spacing between the letters. So if you've got it, I mean, it's kind of over this skull's eyes, so I'm going to increase the tracking on it just to split the letters out like so. That can look quite cool. Line spacing, just remind myself what that does. I'm not quite sure what that does at this point. These options down here can also shift where it is in the screen, but I'm going to keep it dead center. That's in terms of the horizontal. You can also, sorry, in terms of the vertical, you can also change it horizontally like that as well. But again, I'm going to keep it in the middle of the screen. I think I'm just going to decrease the size of it a bit more. And it's starting to look really cool. So if I'm going to play that and just see how long that goes on for and whether I need to extend it a little bit more into the song. Let's just see how it's, and also what I might do is just have the song coming in and then actually have the song title come in once it starts. So I'm going to have to do a bit of guesswork here. Let's just play it and see when actually the drums kick in. Almost there. Let's just have another tweak. Okay, I was a little bit late on it. Let's just drag it across. Little bit more. Let's try that. Cool, that's sounding and looking really good. So yeah, the text can go on, and then I think I'm going to have that rolling until the second riff comes in. Perfect. Okay, so the text is going to disappear when the second riff comes in. Cool. I think we're going to run with that. So that's all finished and looking really good. I'm going to then go to the next stage, which is the deliver section of DaVinci, which is over here. And I'm creating a video for YouTube, so I'm going to want to change the format of it, which is here. And then there's an opportunity to change the title. I'm going to change it to the actual song title, and then you can click on browse, and that will tell DaVinci where to save it on your PC. If you've got a particular folder or set of files that you want to save this into, you can do that. And then the final things really just to do are to click on the add to render queue, and then finally to click on start render. And once it's finished, you can then use that and post it to YouTube. So I hope you found that useful. I really just wanted to show you how I create some of these music videos and how that I then post on YouTube. It's great fun. I've done loads of them, and I just wanted to share with you the process that I use because it's dead easy to do, and it's fantastic fun. So I hope that's been useful, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.